Good morning, everyone. I, Sonali Dogra, along with
Shubham Best.
welcome you all to Orientation 2026. On behalf of MDI Murshidabad, we are delighted to welcome the PGDM batch of 2026 to 2028. We begin this ceremony with a shloka, Asto ma sadgamaya, tamso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityor ma amritam gamaya. Lead us from untruth to truth, from darkness to light, from death to immortality.
I would like to invite our director, Professor Dr. Jayanti Ranjan, along with all the guests and all the faculty members present, to kindly join us in front of the lighting lamp, followed by Saraswati Vandana.
इन्दुतुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा शुक्लां ब्रह्मविचारसारपरमाम् आद्यां जगद्व्यापिनीं वीणापुस्तकधारिणीम् अभयदाम् जाड्यान्धकारापहाम्
And now, let's invite class representative of batch 2025 to 2027, Ananya Raj, to share a few words welcoming the new batch. A huge round of applause for her.
Good morning, everyone. It's my great pleasure to welcome you all on behalf of the senior batch. A very warm welcome to our respected director, Professor Dr. Jayanti Ranjan ma'am. We are truly honored to have you with us and look forward to learn from your vision, guidance, and leadership. And to our juniors, congratulations and welcome to MDI Murshidabad family. Each of you have worked hard to earn your place here. Today mark the beginning of an exciting journey filled with opportunity, learning, growth, challenges, and unforgettable memories. A year ago, we were sitting where you are today, feeling excited, curious, and little nervous. Trust me, that's completely normal. Over time, you will realize that MDI is not just about academics. It's all about friendship, experience, and memories you will carry long after your graduation. My only advice is to say yes to opportunity, join committees, participate in events, step out of your comfort zone, and make most use of these days. They will pass faster than you think. Once again, I warmly welcome to Murshidabad and best wishes for wonderful journey ahead. Thank you. Have a great day.
We now request our esteemed director, Professor Dr. Jayanti Ranjan, to kindly accompany our distinguished guest to the stage and take her seat alongside them.
It's now our honor to invite our director, Professor Dr. Jayanti Ranjan, to the stage to address the gathering. Ma'am, the stage is yours.
Namaskar to everybody on the dais, as well as to the faculty colleagues and the parents of the dais. And my warm blessings and wishes to the students, staff and faculty. Shuddha Spatika Sankasham, Shuddha Vidya Pradayakam, Shuddham Purnam Chidanandam, Sadashivam Aham Bhaje. The Lord Shiva gives you the Shuddha Spatika Jnanam, Shuddha Vidyam for you. So with this affirmation, I would like to welcome our august, distinguished and distinguished two stalwarts who have actually gained a name, earned fame, but now today before with you to share their memories. If I go on talking about management lessons before them, it is something like showing a torch to a sun. So I will not do that mistake. They have their time because they are the vibrant souls we have seen, we have witnessed. A former director of IIM Calcutta doesn't require any introduction. And Shantanu Roy sir does not require any introduction because I've seen his work. But students, let me tell you something. We belong to a family of MDI Murshidabad. That means we mean business. We mean learning. We mean would like to really contribute to the society. Let me tell you, this is a very blessed place. The place of Sacred Mother, the Divine Mother, Shakti Peeths are there, right? This place has been changing its social fabric nowadays, which we are finding it. So what I would request each and every student who has come from dreams is that the government of India has initiated Skill Hai To Kal Hai. So I would want you to please use this thinking again and again. Please ensure when you have come, don't forget the purpose. The business lessons, of course, I will be teaching you in the coming days, but few things I would want you to remember this. Day one in any college is a kind of Diksha Ramb, which usually called in universities. 2-3 things you must learn for lifetime. College life gives you learning. College life teaches you the basics of the subjects that you do experimentally, and you will be practically be using this in your life. But third is, how do you take decisions in life? Be it personal decisions, social decisions, business decisions, even your different type of decisions, relationship-based decisions that may come to you. This is where I would like to talk to you. First and foremost, whether you have the biggest CAT score or a biggest UG marks or a super placements or experience, that does not bother me or the institute. What constitute is it, how exactly you are able to grasp, understand, comprehend and share the values. For us, MDI Murshidabad alumni means they are for lifetime to us. I as a director, maybe as a new director, I do not want to hear any stories that the students is having in the newspaper studying that he's having anxiety or he's having depression somewhere after 15-20 years. But I would want, and I pray to God that each one of you have been excellent in your personal lives, professional lives and social lives. That actually defines a holistic development of a student. Because you may have a beautiful IIT degree, IIM degree, then later you try to find and see in the newspapers that they have been succumbing to lot of stress and anxiety. Somewhere you need to understand the entire grinding, all the stress and all you should take now itself in these 2 years. As much stress if you take, then you know how to face the stress. Second is that you need to have the spirit, because most of you are between 22 to 27. That spirit, that utsaham should be there. Generally bola jata hai, we usually tell utsaham, sahasam, dhairyam. Utsaham, sahasam, valor, dhairyam. Buddhi shakti hi parakramaha. Buddhi hona chahiye, shakti hona chahiye, parakramaha. Shadete yatra tishtante tatra daivopatishthati. These 6 qualities wherever you are having, there the divine automatically comes and blesses. So you need to have that way of learning, intuitiveness, understanding, empathy, and you need to have that valor to achieve. And don't forget, each and every time, this is my sincere request as a teacher, as a director, as a mother, as a citizen of India, the moment you get up, try to offer gratitude to Mother Earth, gratitude to the Divine Mother. And please seek her prayers that she must protect you for the entire day. And when you go to sleep again offer your gratitude. This will, maybe it may look very simple, it may seem very philosophical or something like this, but these vibrations and frequencies would make you to stay away from negative energies, would stay away from all the type of negative thoughts also, would make you successful, continuously successful and sustainable successful and secured life. Never ever be with the people who are talking negative, who are always criticizing, who are all talking negative of themselves also. If possible, try to change them, else you please stay away. And you are very unique. Always understand and try to thank your biological parents. Because of them only you have come here. And they are the bestest part of your life. Never forget them and offer gratitude to them also. And to the dear parents, do not worry. My faculty colleagues whom I've been blessed with such a wonderful faculty colleagues. They are the second parents to your students. So don't you worry on it. Please bless them as far as possible. And I would not be taking much time. As I told you, this day, this time belongs to the stalwarts to whom you will be hearing. Thank you so very much. Yadbhavam tadbhavati. This is a sentence very important. What you think, you get. What you sow, you get. So yadbhavam tadbhavati. Think always positive, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for those inspiring words. Our first guest of honor today is Mr. Shantanu Roy Singha, Senior Manager, Human Resources at Reliance Retail and an alumnus of IIM Ranchi. Mr. Roy Singha also serves as an official mentor for the Elevate Me HR Mentorship Program 2026, where he guides MBA HR students and early career HR professionals as part of a pro bono leadership initiative, a true testament of his passion for developing future talent. Please join us in extending him a warm welcome and respectful welcome for his address. A huge round of applause for sir.
Namaste. Good morning. Good morning to respected Director Ma'am. Good morning to Dr. Sudhir Chaudhary, sir. All the distinguished faculty members, all the staff members, all the proud parents who are here today, and all the young, energetic and vibrant future leaders who all are sitting in front of me today. Thank you. It's a privilege and honor for me to be here today at MDI Murshidabad, one of the most prestigious institutions in our country. And the purpose to welcoming the new batch 2026 and 2028. First of all, congratulate each one of you for your position. You have secured your position in this prestigious organization just because of your intelligence, determination, effort, and self-discipline. What I can say, out of all these four, the most important part is self-discipline. Self-discipline is most important part in our life, because without the self-discipline, we cannot sustain in the long run. If you see in the world arena, You will observe many case studies, many situations where many star performer got lost their track, got lost their career in between because of just they are not disciplined in their life. If you tell you the story of Sachin Tendulkar, Vinod Kamli, we all know who is Sachin Tendulkar and who is Vinod Kamli. And we also know they scored the unbroken 664 run partnership record during their school cricket. Both are tremendously, extremely intelligent and star performer in their field. But due to the indiscipline, Vinod Kamli lost his track. Even Vinod Kamli made a record, 2 back-to-back double century against England, we all know. And see the masterclass of Sachin Tendulkar because of the discipline of a life. And there are so many examples in our life, just like if you ask you, Leo Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, Rahul Dravid, and in turns, our legend, our football god, Diego Arnaldo Maradona. We all know his story. Wayne Johnson, the world, once upon a time, world's fastest man in our world. Tiger Woods, you all know their story. So, for me, self-discipline utmost important. If we do not have self-discipline, all these things will dilute: intelligence, determination, and effort. So, because of your all these things, and obviously for self-discipline, you are placed here in the prestigious institution like MDI Murshidabad. But remember one thing, my dear friends, this is not the final destination of your life journey. This is the starting point. What I think, what I say, this is the most transformative journey right now you'll be facing for the next 2 years during your studies. From your traditional education to career-oriented education and management education is the most transformative journey of your life you will face during next 2 years. And I would like to request you, please utilize this utmost and important and most valuable 2 years with your all the capacity you have. Because your parents given so many effort to place you in this organization, in this institution, right? So don't disrespect your parents, don't disrespect your abilities. MBA program mainly teaches us 2-3 things. Mainly, how to think before we act. Very often we act very first. We should not act anything in a haste, right? We think and get informed decision, and then we should act. And we should initiate any kind of action. That will be the meaningful action for us that MBA degree can teach. Secondly, see every situation different dimension. Every different dimension, at least with 1 or 2, more than 1 solution, more than 1 or 2 solution for every single issues or any single problem. Thirdly, see a situation in various perspective. Like if I ask you to describe an elephant and you are standing in front of the elephant, you will describe an elephant in a different manner, and who is standing behind the elephant, he will describe elephant in a different manner. In management degree, help us to describe all this perspective, all this and various perspective. Management degree help us to describe any situation from the various angle. One thing remain constant over the year. After completion your this post-graduation course, you will be placed because of your intelligence, your attitude. But after placing that kind of organization, your promotion, your career depends on your performance. So for performance, to be a good leader, you have to learn first, right? One thing, anything, I quote a line from Dr. Devdutt Patnaik, who is the MBBS doctor, turns into philosophist, right? And in one of my previous organization, he was the chief belief officer. Our managing director created a new position for him, chief belief officer, for believing in a new concept. Dr. Devdutt Patnaik, I think you must have heard his name. He said, belief, behavior and business theory. What we believe, that portrays our behavior, and our behavior translated into our business, help us to build our business. Here business means purpose, goal of your life, right? And I just add one thing, just before this belief, behavior and business, that is values. If we do not have the values in our life, we cannot believe a good thing. Belief creates based on the values, right? The values we have been learning from our childhood, from our parents. That means, but values cannot be seen by anyone. Belief, it is invisible, right? But behavior is visible, and behavior turns into business. So please, first, and values is not so easy. It should be practiced day-to-day basis. A good values. Values turns into belief, and if you have good belief, if you have well belief, it portrays in your behavior, and obviously behavior means business. That's goals. The corporate world today is changing faster than ever. We call it VUCA world, V-U-C-A. I think you must have heard this word VUCA. VUCA means volatile, uncertain, complicated, complexity, ambiguous. But my dear friends, we cannot ignore VUCA world, but we have to sustain in this world only. It will increase day by day, not it will going to decrease more, right? So from MBA degree, we have to teach how to act, how to deal with this VUCA world. You will learn from during the next 2 years. Corporate world mainly asking for, nowadays the requirement for corporate world is artificial intelligence, automation, data analytics, and data transformation. Last and foremost, the most important thing, learning, unlearning, and relearning procedure. Because what is today's requirement, what is today, we are learning today, but that may be not required for tomorrow. For tomorrow, our today's learning will not utilize. For tomorrow, we have to unlearn today's learning and again relearn the new learning. If you see, in mobile phone, in every 6 months, the mobile phone technology got changed. That's the first, the change is happening in the world. Not only in mobile phone industry, in every electronics and every sphere of the industry it's happening. This is called relevance. We have to be relevant with the current situation. Otherwise, we lost the track. As you begin this journey, I'd like to suggest few mantras which can be helpful for you. First of all, be curious. I'm saying for the next 2 years during your education, management education. Be curious. Never stop asking why and why not. Challenge every situation. Why and why not. But meaningful why and why not. Not the shaking of why sir, why not sir. Not like that. Curiosity is the most important. Second, build relationship. Relationship with your friends, your classmates. One thing, remember, they are not your enemy. They are not your competitor. In future world, they may be your future colleague. They may be your future business partner. They may be your lifelong friends. So collaborate with your friends and learn from them What is their strength? Again, they will learn from you, from your strengths. Third is develop communication skill. Communication skill means if you think anything and productive idea, but if you are not communicated properly to your organization, to your friends or to your parents, that is ineffective. Even a brilliant idea will get ineffective because of non-communicative way. If it is not communicated properly, it will get diluted. So what you think, please communicate properly towards your stakeholders who is related to that situation or issues. Embrace failure. Most of us is very getting feared. This is not my failure. This is for you. This is not for me. This failure has just for you, not for me. Embrace failure. Setback is the ultimate of our life. Setback is obvious, not ultimate. Setback is obvious in our life. But accept setback. But at the same time, गलती तो हो ही सकता है. No, not like that. I accept. हाँ, गलती मैंने किया है. But what was my fault during that failure? Ask yourself, introspect yourself. Right? Then you can do not repeat that kind of mistake in future days. Okay? Cricket experts say Master Blaster Sachin Tendulkar was never got dismissed on the similar ball which he was dismissed in his previous matches. What I heard from the cricket experts. That means he did not repeat any mistake in his life, at least in cricket field. That's the learning. अगर सेम मिस्टेक करते रहोगे तब तो फायदा नहीं है कुछ. Right? For that, first accept your mistake. Fifth, ROI, return of investment. You are here today because of so many investment from yourself, from your parents, from your teacher, school teacher, college teacher, everyone. They have invested time, money. You have invested money, time, determination, effort, all these things. Please measure this return, what you have invested. Right? You all are matured. Please measure. And be focused during these 2 years. Yes, I have to achieve this thing. Okay? I have to achieve a good degree, a good understanding from this management degree, and I'll have to place a good company for a good career. Right? Never compromise on ethics. What I always believe. Be honest, because dishonest people can win for a short-term basis, but in a long term, they cannot sustain. Be ethical, be honest, whatever you are doing. Okay? Ask yourself, am I honest? Am I doing ethically? The corporate world is looking for professionals who can solve problem, collaborate across team, make data-driven decision. When you step into the classroom, I suggest you to maintain 2-3 things. One is participate in case studies, because you all are fresher. You do not have any knowledge, professional knowledge right now, and that is obvious because you are fresher. You are in transit mode. Participate in every case studies for gain the knowledge, for gain the perspective, sense the situation, gauge the situation. Work on project. This is one of the most important factor for your management curriculum, because what I observe is my personal opinion, obviously, what I observed during many campuses where I went, when I asked any candidate for their internship project, they are not clear, and there is a very sad part. I got surprised. They are not able to describe what they have done during their project. So my dear future leader, after first year, I believe you'll be doing your 3 years internship project. Give your best during your project, because I believe your project will be passport for you, who can help you to place you in a good company. Because during your interviews, along with your intelligence, knowledge, attitude, interviewer will ask you about the project. They will not ask you about the real life situation because you are fresher. Understood? Yes or no? Okay. Challenge yourself every single day. Stop outside your comfort zone. Don't be in the comfort zone. Nothing great can be achieved through your comfort zone. Then challenge yourself. What I am doing? What I am not doing? Why I am not doing? All these things. But meaningfully. Again, I am asking for, not for the sake of, I'm okay, I'm not okay, not like that. Read beyond syllabus. अगर टाइम मिलेगा तो, सिलेबस तो बहुत बड़ा ही है, अगर टाइम मिलेगा तो रीड बियॉन्ड सिलेबस. सिलेबस में जो लिखा है उसका रेफरेंस बुक, रीड्स रेफरेंस बुक एज वेल. Engage with learning communities. Today's world, there is so many learning communities. If you want to learn anything, engage with any learning communities.
Hello.
Sorry? Okay. Can you continue? Okay. Learn from peers. Okay, I told you, na? Your classmate is not competitor. So learn from peers. Peer learning is very much important to gain the other perspectives. Peer learning is not new for us. If you think, you all did group studies during your class 10, 12 days. Group studies nothing but peers learning, right? What I know, I'll teach you. What you know, you will teach me. Right? Volunteer for responsibilities. Be a volunteer for any kind of, in next 2 years, I believe there is so many events will be happen in this institution, like cultural events, sports events, annual events. Be a volunteer. It will help you to build your leadership ability, your team, go with your team, how to deal with your team, team collaboration, confidence, all these things will increase. I'd also encourage you to maintain your physical and mental well-being. A successful career meaning only when accompanied by good health. If you do not have good health, your health will not permit to learn anything new, right? Again, 2-3 suggestions from my end. One, always do a simplistic thinking towards a complex problem. It is not necessary think complicated to resolve any complicated problem. No, every complicated, if you see the world history, every complicated problem get a result from a simplistic thinking. Daily 1 hour to be blocked for pursuing your passion and hobby. At least 1 hour. Maybe listening song, watching movies, watching newspaper, meditation, jogging, running, anything as per your passion and hobbies. That is related to your mental health and well-being. Participate to some social causes, right? Any social events, participate in that. Your mind will get refreshed. And avoid unproductive discussion during your campus, during your friends, during your friends gathering, all the time. Avoid unproductive discussion, including gossiping, because gossiping creates negativity, and negativity will not help us. It is actually, it destroys everything. So for my suggestion, avoid productive discussion. Whenever you think this is a productive discussion for me, for my life, for my future career, please be part of that forum or group. Let me conclude with simple thought. Your MBA will give you a qualification, your experience will give you confidence, your values will give you credibility, and your action will define your legacy. The future belongs to those who are willing to learn continuously, adapt fearlessly, and lead responsibly. I wish each one of you enriching learning journey filled with curiosity, courage, and countless opportunity. Thank you, Murshidabad. May this MDI Murshidabad, may these 2 years shape not only successful manager, but also responsible leaders and good human beings. Keep learning, keep doing best. Namaskar. Any question? Thank you. All the best.
Thank you, sir, for those valuable insights and for your continued commitment to mentoring young HR talent. Our next guest of honor needs little introduction. Professor Subir Chaudhary, first director of first 2 management colleges in India, IIM Calcutta and ISWEM, an IIT Kharagpur alumnus with a PhD from the University of Manchester. He held governance roles across XLRI, IIT Guwahati, RBI, and several national institutions over a 5-decade career in management education. Sir, it is truly an honor to welcome you to the stage.
Good morning to all of you. Professor Jayanti Ranjan, Mr. Shantanu Rai Singho, who gave a nice advice to you, the faculty members, the parents of the students who are here, the students of the batch of 2026 to 28. I need a special mention to Dr. Odunabho Narayan Mukherjee, your Chief Administrative Officer. I don't know why he has accepted the chair, because he is a pure academician, as I know. I hope he goes back to academics. But it is his persuasion that has brought this old man of 92 here. So you must be asking, what is it that this old man can tell us before he leaves this world? I had a long journey and a long experience. I've changed the world, change. I've seen the world change. changed so drastically over this 92 years. Maybe the first 2-3 years I don't remember, but almost 90 years I remember. We have come a long way. But have we reached our destination? Both Rishi Aurobindo and Swami Vivekananda has forecasted that India will lead the world. Are we anywhere near? And they have specified a time limit of about 100 years after independence. We are not very far away, are we? We're in 2026 and 2047 is 100 years. Hardly 11 years to go. And young men and women like you have a challenge. Are you ready for the challenge? I'm sure this institute will help you in the process. But let me outline some of the issues. For this, I go back a little in the past. We all talk about economic development being measured by the GDP growth and the absolute GDP that we control. Do you know that when the British came, we used to control 25% of the world GDP? 25%. Not a matter of joke. India was the richest country in the world. And when the British left, we were at 2.5%. Until 1991, when we had the first new economic policy under Dr. Manmohan Singh as the finance minister, we reached a bottom of 0.4%. Fortunately, we started changing since then. We got into a crisis, and the World Bank said that if we don't change, we shall not take you out of the crisis. And that change really changed our mindset. Particularly today, we are proud because up to 1991, we had a growth rate of 3.5%, which is called Hindu rate of growth. Hindus take everything easy, and we grow very slowly. And at what rate are we growing now? More than 7%. Highest growth rate in the world. We are very proud of it. We are very proud that we are the 5th largest economy in the world, probably knocking at the door of being the 4th very soon. we are at a juncture. Now comes my main hypothesis. Can we achieve the leadership role by 2047? This is what I would ask you to think of. I don't believe that this pure materialistic model will allow us to become the leader. I don't believe that the corruption that I see around can ever make us the leader of the world. Something is going wrong somewhere. Only material prosperity is no answer, and it has been no answer for India. It may be answer for USA, where you have a leader like Trump, who says America first. Pure materialistic approach. And if you watch carefully, being management students, you should watch that in the morning he says that the war of Iran will soon come to an end, agreement will be reached. And in the evening he says, no, we cannot trust Iran. So he sells when he says that we are at the top, and he buys when everybody is under fear that the war will not end. So it is said that he has done more than 5,000 insider training during this period of 1 year, or not even 1 year, last 2 months or 3 months. And he is making money. It says that if he is close to Pakistan, the Munir, the top of the military in Pakistan, he has some Bitcoin interest in Pakistan. I don't know what it is, but he has made $1.6 billion through Bitcoins. Now, is that the leader that you want? Is that the leader you want to be? Or is it the right type of leadership? When you go on war with Iran, just pick up, lift up the president of Venezuela. We don't want that sort of leadership either. So what are we looking for? I believe that Indian history is a blend of material prosperity and spirituality. And you say that, oh God, why are you bringing spirituality in management? This is where I think we can have our unique selling proposition. We can prove to the world that only material prosperity cannot be human pursuit. Along with it, we should have spiritual growth. Now here, you certainly study it in your organizational behavior theories, that the Western society is primarily materialistic in outlook. And there are big names like Maslow, McGregor, Mintzberg, everybody has given their theory for organizational behavior. What have they said? Yes, they have said material goal is our goal. They have mentioned about some superordinate objectives. But the problem is that they have not been able to define very clearly how to achieve that superordinate objective. India, on the other hand, has a clear path. The Western path is a psycho-sociological approach. Psychology and sociology blended together. But the Indian path is psycho-philosophical in approach. You say, look, what is the difference? This philosophical part of Indian thought process is very important. And it teaches you how to move towards the superordinate objectives. While Freud, Maslow, McGregor have their way, Patanjali has shown a way of how an individual can control his body, mind, and what we call soul. If you don't like the word soul, you replace it by spirit. Body, mind, and spirit. So your body, the human body, has two dimensions. One is called Choto Ami, the small I, and the other is Boro Ami. The Choto Ami, you cannot get rid of. You have it with you. Sex and other aspects, don't try ever to get rid of it. You know, it is a part of life. But you have to control it. Greed, you have to control it. Selfishness, you have to control it. So basically, you have to control the lower self and flourish the upper self. You have heard about meditation, and the meditation is a process where you can make your mind flourish, and you can control your lower self and make your mind flourish and look for the higher self. You say that, what is this higher self? Here, there is a very simple theory. The universe is not a dead place. Outside the world, the universe we see is full of energy. And it is following certain rules. Energy is being condensed into mass, and the mass is breaking up into energy. And we are a part of that universal play. So the universe is intelligent, the universe is smart, and we are part of the universe. So if you can try to build a link between yourself and the consciousness, which you need not, those who do not believe in God, you need not think it is God. It can think it is play of energy, the play of power. But those of us who believe in God, we feel that the human soul and the universal consciousness is one and the same. And this is our search. Now, why I am saying so, I shall come with some real life case studies. Take, for instance, Ramakrishna Mission. Does it have a material objective? No. The motto is Shiva Gyane Jiva Seva. Think every human being, you serve every human being as if you are serving the ultimate power. In 1897, Ramakrishna Mission was started by Swami Vivekananda. And now it has got 300 centers all over the world. Schools, colleges, hospitals, what have you. At any one time, there is more than 1 lakh residential students in Ramakrishna Mission schools all over India. It is now spread all over the world in the name of Vedanta Center. And in many countries, I know for example in Australia, the Christians are not that religious these days and do not go to the churches, and the churches find it difficult to run it. So Vedanta centers are starting there. While Jesus Christ is there, along with them Sri Ramakrishna, Ma Sharoda, and Swami Vivekananda is also there. Now, how could they do that? How did they go so big? How are they surviving? Think of it. You talk about business management. You talk about return on capital. Measure it in those terms. Management is not just business management. Management is managing any organization. Even Ramakrishna Mission needs management. They need finance. They need marketing. They need supply chain. They need everything. And they have grown that big. So think of it. How did that happen? Now you say that, oh, they are not family people, they are sannyasis, and they have dedicated their life, so they can do it. But we are more normal mortals, we have a family to look after. How can we do it? Okay, I shall now come to a Christian, Dr. Varghese Kurian. Have you heard his name? The Mother Diary, do you see all over? Do you know about the White Revolution? In my childhood, India was a milk-starved country. We used to import milk and milk products from Australia, Denmark, and other countries, New Zealand and other countries. Now this young man, Dr. Kurian, when he was young, he is now no more, I think, got a government scholarship to learn dairy technology in Denmark or Holland, which country I don't remember. And when he came back, he had a bond to serve the government for 3 years because he got the scholarship from the government of India. He has told me, I invited to IIM Calcutta to give a talk, and he has told me that when he returned, he was asked to join Koira District Cooperative at Anand in Gujarat in a cooperative movement masterminded by one Mr. Patel. He landed up there and nobody will give him any accommodation because he was a non-vegetarian. So he had to live inside a garage. That man convinced farmers to sell milk to him. He go and collect, measure the fat content, pay cash, make them a member of his cooperative, and will collect all the milk and process it in the most modern way and distribute it in the most modern way. Look at the supply chain. And he gradually made a revolution. He ensured that the yield from the cows and buffaloes went up through, hybrid, production. And when these calves were born, because they were hybrid, they were prone to infection, so he arranged for the inoculation. And gradually, India became self-sufficient. No. India is #1 milk producer in the world. And we are doing it year after year. And this movement, with the government of India's help, there was an Operation Flood. And this mother dairy movement was spread all over India. And the Amul brand, you all know, the butter that you buy, the cheese that you buy, the ice cream, dahi, whatever you buy, mother dairy. It is either Amul brand or mother dairy. So through Operation Flood, he has flooded India, and not only India, we are now supplying to the whole world. How was that possible? This man did not make a lot of money himself. And he was not a dishonest man. He had very little for himself. And he achieved it. Think of how did he do that? Then I come to a third example. I'm only giving 2-3 examples to convince you that there is a model available. This is Aravind Eye Hospital at Madurai. It is Dr. Kumaraswamy, who is a professor at the Medical College at Madurai. And after retirement, she was a follower of Mother of Sri Aurobindo Ashram, and she took up the challenge because there is a lot of blindness due to cataract in the south, and he could see how people suffer in the old age. They cannot see, they cannot earn, so they are kicked around. So he said, my motto is to eradicate blindness. And he started a unit with his retirement benefit with 16 beds. Then he went to Coimbatore, which is the nearest industrial city, to collect money. And at the end of the day, came back with 10,000 rupees. And then he said, I am not going to look for money anymore. So he devised a system where he will pre-arrange and line up patients through paramedics in schools. The Rotary Club and Lions Club helped him, and they will line up all the patients, and he will then quickly, one after another, no surgery of a single patient in a, in the operation theater. It's a mass operation. And he started a movement, and he said that whoever can pay will pay. Whoever cannot pay will not pay. Whoever can pay with small amount, that is also acceptable. And in that model, Aravind Eye Hospital became operating in the south of Tamil Nadu, became the largest eye care center in the world. How is that possible? Now I come that basically the West deals with body and mind, integrated with soul, integrated with consciousness, connecting with the upper self, higher self is missing. And mind you, I am throwing a challenge, I am throwing the USP, that what can make India different than the rest of the world? And this is where the rest of the world believes in integrating body and mind. We believe in integrating body, mind and soul. And that is our USP, unique selling proposition. Think of it. Think of it. Because we have 11 years to lead the world. And at this juncture, a revolutionary technology has come in. What is this revolutionary technology? Artificial intelligence. What is artificial intelligence? I'm talking about technology in a management institute, I know. But it has become so important that it has an integral part of management education. And I'm sure it will be covered very well during your 2-year stay. The artificial intelligence is nothing but a combination of machine learning and neural network together. And the two gentlemen who were awarded the Nobel Prize in 2024, that is 2 years back, for inventing this technology, one of them, Professor Hinton, he has said, if you search YouTube, you will get it. He has said, I am sorry I have invented this technology. Why? Why is he sorry? Because the body and mind integration has been taken, will be taken over gradually, he thinks, by this technology, artificial intelligence and robotics will gradually take over our mind and body in terms of doing work. So the only thing that it cannot touch, is the soul, is the consciousness in you. It cannot touch it. Now why is this danger? Because artificial intelligence, all of you must be using it in some form or other these days. There is Gemini, there is ChatGPT, Claude is a very powerful one, there is Perplexity, and what have you, a series of them. And not all of them, mind you, give you the same answer when you make a query. The funniest part, Mr. Professor Hinton pointed out that look, what we do not know is how, when you give a prod, how artificial intelligence works in terms of not collecting all the information, but arranging it and putting it in a perfect manner. So, intelligence and manual work is being taken over. Coding will be taken over, though there will be some checking required, but it is said that 90% of the coders will be out of the job, and it has already started. Be it TCS, be it Infosys, be it Cognizant, all of them, be it Amazon, they are retrenching in thousands. Can you see the danger that is looming large? So, young men and women, what I am putting before you, that use artificial intelligence, because without using it, you will be left behind. But you should have the capability to judge what is good for humanity, what is not good for humanity, and be careful about what is not good for humanity and try to save society. One of the things that will happen, that wealth is already maldistributed. I think top 10% of the society controls almost 80% of the wealth. So wealth is maldistributed. But can you see that with artificial intelligence, productivity will increase, no doubt. But the wealth will get concentrated. They are very happy that their production costs will come down. But who will buy it? If there are no jobs around, who will buy it? Somebody, people must have money to buy whatever you produce. Now we have to ensure that this disparity is not only not increased, but should decrease. We should ensure that artificial intelligence, which is more intelligent than human being, do not stampede us. We should ensure that we should be the boss about the future. And this, I believe, it is we who do it, because we know how pranayam, meditation, and yoga can help us to get control of our body, mind, and soul, and thereby able to take care that we are not stampeded by artificial intelligence. We should use artificial intelligence with discretion and a check that is it good for humanity? Is it good for our country? So that difference, I believe, will make India great. And that probably will help us to reach the top of the world, not materially, but plenty material prosperity with human values. If we could control 25% of the wealth of the world, being spiritual, I'm sure the threat of artificial intelligence and the world ahead of us, we can control with our body, mind, and spirit. So I leave you with the message that think about differently about management. It is tragic that the managed IIMs were originally named. I am the director of the first IIM in the country. It was Indian Institute of Management. The first management institute of which I am the director is the Indian Institute of Social Welfare and Business Management. And the degree or diploma that we used to give is postgraduate diploma in management. So is here, postgraduate diploma in management. But then under global pressure, IIM system surrendered their uniqueness. They have made the degree MBA. What is MBA? Master of Business Administration. Is the name management there? And is business covering all organizations? Let me ask you. So I think you are much better off being in the postgraduate diploma in management program. I am told that you are going for a university status, Gurgaon as the first campus and this as the second campus. But I would not be enamored if the postgraduate diploma in management is converted to Master of Business Administration. Business is a very narrow interpretation of management. I wish all of you will be great leaders and think differently, control your lower self, expand your higher self, and I am sure we shall lead the world. Thank you and all the best.
As we prepare for the virtual address, may I request our esteemed director to kindly accompany our distinguished guest of the stage to their seats so that we may proceed with the program.
Thank you so much, sir, for those enriching reflections drawn from a truly remarkable career. And now joining us online, our chief guest, Mr. Madan Mohanka, chairman of Tega Industries and the Group of Industries, and IIM Ahmedabad alumnus. He pioneered wear-resistant lining and material handling technologies in India, built Tega into a company exporting to 99 countries, and was honored with the Lifetime Achievement Award from the Calcutta Management Association in 2025. Sir, it is a privilege to have you with us. Over to you, sir.
इस स्क्रीन को देखिए।
Madan Mohan Mohanka is the visionary founder, chairman of Tega Industries. The company, innovator of large mill liners, provides solutions to the global mineral processing industry by assimilating three technologies: mechanical engineering, mineral processing, and tribology. Today, Tega is a true Indian multinational, serving 700 customers in 99 countries, with 7 manufacturing plants in India, including 4 units of the recently acquired McNally, and 3 in Australia, South Africa, and Chile, employing a total of 400 people of 20 nationalities. Madan Mohanka is committed to 3 guiding principles: professionalism, employee-first policies, and a never-give-up approach, with an emphasis on education, both within the company and the larger community, setting up several schools to promote holistic education in rural areas across India. His legacy includes the setting up of the Madan Mohanka Center of Excellence in Case Method of Learning at the Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad. The Lalit Mohanka and Madan Mohanka Center of Excellence for Entrepreneurship and Innovation at the Indian Institute of Management, Calcutta, and the Madan Mohanka Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship at the Birla Institute of Technology, Mesra.
Sir, are we audible? Hello? Sir, am I audible?
Yes. Am I audible, madam?
Yes, sir. Sir, the stage is yours. A huge round of applause for sir.
Ask it when I start. Can I start? Yes. Good.
Yes, sir, you can start.
Good morning, everyone. Professor Jayanti Ranjan, faculty member, student, ladies and gentlemen. I am delighted and honored to be with you today, with you on the day you begin your studies at MDI. I was in a similar situation about 60 years before in IIM Ahmedabad. I graduated from IIM Ahmedabad in the year 65, 67. IIM pedagogy for teaching is case method of teaching. Just after the inauguration, we were given 3 case studies to be discussed next day. One of the case was accounting case, Galway series running into 147 pages, full of debit and credit. When I read, I could not understand anything, head or tail of it. So I went to Dean, Dr. V.L. Mote, and requested him if he could give me some tuition for an hour or so for me to understand. His answer was, Mother, we throw you in this sea. We don't ask you whether you know swimming or not. You drown and die and leave my room. My God, I was shocked. Where have I come? Within a couple of weeks, I tried to learn myself. In a couple of weeks, I was among the top 10 in accounting. So the first lesson I got, nothing is impossible. If you decide to do anything, you will do it. When I graduated in 67, I'm going to share with you journey through the world of business. Those days, the CTC of an IIM graduate used to be around 10,000 rupees per annum. By the standard of the salary prevalent at that time, it was not bad compensation, but I decided to not to take up a job. Like many, also I thought that to migrating USA, because that time the IIM Ahmedabad degree was not recognized. I made application to go to USA. I gave it to Dr. Mote to recommend, and he rejected it. He said, if you leave India, people like leave, who will create job? I didn't teach you to go to USA. I stayed on. I started my business from scratch and brought it to what it is today. In fact, the video that was shown, today we have 27 plants outside India because we acquired a company recently 3 months before. And we have about 2,000 foreigners of 25 different nationalities working with us in different parts of the world. All of you will be given the same education by same teacher, but level of success may not be the same for all of you. Why would it be? The question is complex and I don't have any answer to that. I know how I approach and handle my life forward, which is different from my friends. Let me share with you some of my experiences which might be useful to you. I chose an unknown risky path. I thought of starting a new enterprise of my own. I dreamt of creating an organization that will make major contribution to society without sacrificing the interest of its employees and stakeholders. Tega India was born out of this determination. One day I was visiting the office of Chief Engineer of NMDC, National Mineral Development Corporation, Kiriburu, who was a close friend of my elder brother. In his room, I found a European mining magazine in which I saw an advertisement of Skega Activola, a Swedish company. The product envisaged introduction of a new concept of using rubber as a wear-resistant material in the mineral processing industry. It would increase instead of steel, it would increase the life and make it more economical, though the initial cost was high. It involved a simulation of 3 technologies: mechanical engineering, mineral processing, and tribology. It was impossible to get one engineer who would know all 3. It fascinated me. I loved the challenge. I approached Skega, and it took me 3.5 years to persuade them to agree to transfer the technology. They knew it was a difficult product to market. It required a lot of time and money to be invested even before you start the industry. They asked me, why don't you educate your people before you manufacture? They used to send, they took 10 years in USA to educate the customer. They used to send one engineer every 4 months. I used to travel with him, meeting some customer in India to educate them. Those days, foreign collaboration required approval from Government of India, and it took 5 years. Those days, even if you had to travel abroad, you had to apply to RBI to get money for traveling and give them the account back so that you could get the money next time for travel. Government approval took 5 years. It was the first test of my patience and perseverance. When you take a task, sometimes you need to have patience. One of the reasons why the project was approved after 5 years, because the project was proposed in backward area in Kalyani in West Bengal. Not because it was useful to the economy, because it was, those days the economy was closed. Most of the time I had to spend in Delhi to get the approval for innumerable activities, for getting the import license to import the machinery, raw material, spares, etc. The project was implemented in Kalyani. The time came for marketing. Marketing involved marketing of concept. Rubber as a substitute for manganese steel, which was used at that time as a lining in the mineral processing equipment throughout the country. We started marketing activities 6 months before we were to start manufacturing product. Our major customers were all public sector companies except Tata Steel, only private sector companies. We also approached many other public sector companies like NMDC, Coal India, Hindustan Zinc, Hindustan Copper, Vizag Port, and other companies. The response was, if I, from the public sector manager, if I use this material, my company will benefit. But I would not get any promotion because of saving money in the company. If your liner fails and do not give the desired economy, I will lose my job. Those days, or even today, the promotion in the public sector is mainly time-based, not necessarily performance-based. Why should I stick my neck out? These are the people who said during the survey, during the education campaign, if you make it in India, it will sell like hot cake. And they did not buy. First order we got after 18 months. That also because I met one of my contemporary classmates, Dr. Labdi Bhandari, who told, bring down the number of customers from 300 to less. We brought down to 100. I almost had a heart attack. If I can't get the order with 300 customers, what will happen with 100 customers? We brought it down to 50. Then we brought it down to 30. When we brought down to 30 customers and focused on it to make a visit every 15 days, then we started getting the order. First order we got from Bokaro Steel, iron ore line, copper in the blast furnace for 78,000. 74 people had to sign that file. I failed miserably. I failed in spite of all my efforts. The company was almost bankrupt. Everybody told me, friends, family, bankers, that I was useless. My family member thought I can only do talking and writing. I'm not a doer. Even the banker told me so at one time. This failure gave me more determination than what I got by passing difficult examinations in IIM. I realized that I had to learn from mistake and experience. You must not have fear of failure and avoid taking decisions which may have high risk. If you have that, you might never fail on the scale I did, but there would be failure. It is impossible to live without some failure unless you live so curiously that you might as well not have lived at all. In which case, you fail by default. Face failure as and when they come. Don't let them make you totally risk averse. Learn from the failure and experience and proceed. At time when we used to travel 25 days in a month, when we ran out of money, we used to sleep in the railway retiring room during the travel time. We never gave up. At that time, the most important thing would be to keep your team together. And for that, we paid the salary of the people on 30th of the month. For this, when there was no money in the company, I sold my house, my wife's jewelry, my car, my LIC policy, but the salary was paid on 30th. The old family business was sold out. My family broke into pieces. Professionalism, employee first, were the religion in the company. Then, now, and it will remain in future. My team consisted of 5 members, 2 IIMites, 3 IITians, and 1 from BITS Pilani. The team told me, we will never leave the company even if we don't get the salary till we turn around. The most important thing is to create a culture and keep the team strong. You need to build a strong team. You need to build a team that trusts you, that trusts your dream, and does not leave you. Over a period of time, slowly the company started recovering. The moral of the story was, believe in your product, in your dream, in your team, and yourself. During this period, even the company went on strike for 1 year in 80s, even before we just started recovering. That was the time in Bengal. In 1997, our technical agreement expired with SKEGA. Indian mining industry was having a negative growth in 97. When we used to supply material, we were never paid. It was a barter deal. They would supply the material to us. Like steel plant would give us steel, Hindustan Copper will give us copper, Hindustan Zinc will give us the zinc. We had to sell in the market at 10% discount, but we never gave it. In 97, when our technical agreement expired, we were free to look beyond India. We wanted to internationalize the company. We found that most of the people that we had working with us, their communication of English was weak. It would have been difficult for us to send them out of India for export marketing. We hired new people, smarter looking, good communication in English to send them. There was a war between the old people and the new people. Old people knew the technology, the new people were good in communication. Then the only way I thought, I started sending both of them so that the war was stopped. To get the order, we wanted to send, so we thought Africa would be easier region for us to sell the material. During one of my visits on a mining delegation, I became friendly with the Speaker of the Assembly in South Africa, requested him to get me some appointment with a large mining company purchase manager. I went to sell, to meet them. All the people who had given me the appointment did not meet me. Those days, the purchasing manager were still British people. They did not meet. Instead of coming back to India, I went to London from there. I met the gentleman, Englishman, who used to look after the marketing of Skega products in African region. And I negotiated with him, whatever is your saving per month, I will give it to you in it from India, and I guarantee. The rest of the cost is mine. His cost was almost 25% cost of the whole company. I brought him to India to develop the export market for us. Wherever he went, he helped us in getting the order. When an Englishman went to market the product, nobody asked a question how big the company is, how good the company is, and we started getting the orders from them. Then we had to put up an office in different countries to communicate with the local customer. They didn't want to communicate with us from India. We opened an office in Australia, South Africa, and USA. In Australia, the Australian was very rude. He started telling our technical people, you bloody fool, don't know how to do it the way I'm telling. Whereas my people in India were technically far superior to that. We had to part with him and we had to give him 1 year's salary. Because when you are an unknown company and you want to internationalize, you have to get the worst of the people to join you. The best people will never join you. In Africa, we had a different problem. In USA, the man whom we recruited, whom I knew earlier, took the money from us for travel, never went for traveling. He ordered on us $1 million worth of material because the measurement system in USA is different than outside. So we had to make a new mold and we sent it to them. We could not sell more than $10,000 worth of material in 2 years. Then we had to part with him. When we parted with him and gave him a farewell dinner, he came in the morning at 2 o'clock, took away all the paper from the office. Instead of we filing the case on him, we started rebuilding the information and rebuild the company. Then when we had an office, we started getting the order. Another problem we faced. Everybody wanted the material to be delivered in less than 3 months. So anytime we would get the order, we will take 3 months to make it. So we started air freighting the material. The air freight cost was more than the value of the order. The material went free. It took us 1 year before we could streamline the logistic within India to ensure that in 2 months we make the material and 1 month shipping time. But we did not give up because we didn't want our name to be bad, that we are not a company that can be trusted to supply failure. whenever you take any such decision and change your strategy to internationalize, make sure that your good quality product is given in time. Even if it costs you any amount of money, don't give up. Then we thought, people told, yes, you send the material from India, it takes time, but in case of emergency, what will we do? You have to make it locally for to grow. So we acquired a company in South Africa, and we kept the equity of the seller 10% for a period of 3 years, and then on the job for them to hand over to us. We acquired a company in Australia. We kept the equity of the owner for 2 years and kept him in the company for him to hand over to us. If we had to become number one or number two in the world, we had to acquire manufacturing rights in South America. So we acquired a company in Chile, and there the seller sold the equity of the operating people as well. So we acquired the company 100% in 2011 January with 250 people. There were only 2 people living, talking English in that company. Rest of the people had to talk in Spanish. In our company, nobody knew Spanish. We started losing money in that company. The time from India to Chile was 42 hours. We did not know the language. We did not know the culture. And in 6-7 years, the company became almost bankrupt and we lost 250 crores. We didn't know what to do. The due diligence was done by Big Four. Anything that could go wrong went wrong. The due diligence, the stock verification, everything went wrong. So we didn't know what to do. If we close the company, we will lose 100 crores straight away, which we had paid for the royalty of the company, brand image of the company. Then we almost brought down the strength of the people from 200 people, 230 people to 40 people. We thought we will get the goods made by outsiders and do it. It did not work out well. So we didn't know what to do. There in the conference, we met an innovator who used to work with our competitors. My son Mehul sold his dream to him, and we decided to recruit him. We recruited him. Then it required 50 crore for R&D work. I took the decision to the board. RBI did not allow us to send any money because all the money and raw material that we had sent to them from 2011 to 2017, we did not get paid. So no money came. So RBI said, the money is going, nothing is coming. Local bank would not give us any money because the complete financial health was very poor. Then the board said, you have never made money, you don't know the culture. R&D is a risky investment. The board will not take a decision. The board left it to me to take a decision. And if I tell you the name of the people in the board, you will be surprised. Ex-managing director of Tata Steel, former director of IIM Ahmedabad, 2004 graduate from IIM Ahmedabad, who was representing the private equity, chairman of FL Smith Asia. And they said, sorry, this is a decision to be taken by an entrepreneur. That is the first time I realized the difference between a manager and an entrepreneurial manager. So if you want to grow and grow your company, think differently, not just as a manager. We took him. Fortunately, the invention he did was in 3 months. It came out to be a great product. We call it Dynaprime. And it was so good that if we started looking at it, their sales started growing. Our capacity of the plant was not enough to meet the market requirement. Then the question came, we have to expand. And if you don't expand, our competitors will take the market and they will grow big. They will grow big. And as it is, some of our competitors were very, very large company, American and European. They were knocking at my door to sell the company. So we had no other choice than to find out and expand. The company required about 250 crore to investment to expand. And that time I was 78 age-wise. Elderly people in my company told him, we are tired, let us take rest, we are making money and not take any extra burden in Chile. The younger people in the company told, no, we must grow, we must get opportunity to grow big. And my wife said, Emma, you never spend time with the children. Children only know the mother, not the father. Time you are 78, stay at home, enjoy your life with the grandchildren, forget whatever has happened. The question for me was, what do I do as the chairman of the company? Do I look at that I'm a husband of Manju Mohanka? Do I look at my personal life? Do I look at my elderly people? Do I look at younger people? Or do I look at the bankers? I decided to look at the company only, and I gave the clearance in the board meeting to go ahead and invest the money in Chile so that we are number 1 or number 2 in the world. We did that in some of the items. Today we are number 2 in the world and the company is growing. Maybe a time might come that Chile will become a head office and India will become a branch. The moral of the story is that whenever you are in the company as a chairman, as a director, don't look at yourself. Don't look at your personal matter. Only look at the company. Only look at the company and take a hard decision. When you are all going to be elite of the society, the life on the other side of the fence is different. The other side of the fence, people look at a lot of help and support from people, those who are elite. Try and spend some time in taking care of the underprivileged people in your life during the company. I've been running many schools. I'm looking after many underprivileged children. And the last 3 years, I've given day-to-day work of the company, and I'm only looking after the work for the underprivileged people and spending a lot of my time in Ahmedabad for giving back to IIM. I've contributed 15 case studies. 7 of them have been accepted by Harvard Business School. I created a case center in Ahmedabad, IIM Kolkata, and VIT Ranchi to create entrepreneur. In 2047, Indian population will grow from 1.4 billion to 1.69. If 30 trillion is going to be revenue of India, per capita income will become $21,000. Rupee is expected to be around $192, 192 rupee to $1. Per capita income has to be 25 lakh. If we create only job seekers, they can never have reached that level of getting 25 lakh salary. We have to create job creators rather than job seekers. My center in Ahmedabad is developing not only faculty members throughout the country in IIM, other business schools, but they are also have made a new vertical where we will be developing case studies for the school children, class 10, 11, 12, to create them better entrepreneurs to meet the need of the country. Please do what best you can do. Good luck and thank you.
Thank you, sir, for those enriching and thought-provoking reflections. We will now open the floor for a short interactive Q&A session with Mr. Mohanka. Please feel free to raise your questions for him.
Hello. So, firstly, good morning and welcome to our college. Sir, I just wanted to ask that after facing so many failures in your journey, why did you not take up a job instead? With such qualifications, you could have built your own career with stability and safety without risking your family's life in it. Why still you wanted to operate a business only?
Why did you opt for a job, or why did you opt for continuing with this instead of taking up a job after so many failures?
Can you repeat the question, madam? I could not hear.
Sir, after facing so many failures in your journey, why did you not take up a job instead? With such qualifications, you could have built your own career with stability and safety without risking your family's life in it. Why still you wanted to operate a business only?
Well, I never wanted to give up. If you decide to climb Mount Everest, you sign a death warrant yourself before you decide. I wanted to start a company. That was my mission, not a job. And I wanted to succeed. So I kept on doing it. I never gave up.
But that risk
Never
is...
took the job back.
Okay,
And I always encourage people, even people working in my company, to become entrepreneur.
Thank you so much, sir.
Good morning, sir. This is Abhish Pandey, sir, from the first year PGDM batch. Sir, I want to ask that have you come to a crossroad?
Can you speak louder, please?
Yes, sir. Sir, I want to ask that have you come to a crossroad as Tega is a multinational company, so in marketing your products, have you come to a crossroad where your ethics and marketing clashes?
I will tell you, we did the potential assessment of the product. We did not do the convertible potential. There was a big gap in potential and convertible potential.
Okay, sir. So how did you manage to keep intact the Indian values as Western values are different
we
from?
used to focus on the customer, make 8 visits. The gap should not be more than 15 days within 2 visits. Then we started getting the inquiry and the order.
Okay, sir.
And then it started, when the people found it is a useful product, then the business started coming up.
Yes, sir. That was really helpful.
In India, our total business today is only 8%. 92% business of the company is outside India. Today, the market capitalization of the company is $1.8 billion.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Myself, Agni Bhattacharya. So I have 2 questions for you. So the first one is, while Tega Industries operates in more than 70 countries globally, so how do you handle the operation challenges while facing such a cultural diverse backgrounds?
Well, at any point of time, you will have only 8 to 12 hours working. We have developed a system at every level and leaders so that we get the information. The job has been delegated. The local leaders take the decision and continue. But we get the critical information system. So every day in the morning, I would know how many orders have been booked by which company in the world where. So we have developed a very good information system which keeps us updated.
It's very exceptional that leaders like you keep the grassroots the information day to day. And my second question is, what is that?
I don't look at information day to day. My operating people look at. I only mentor people today and guide people.
Okay.
But when I was operating head, well, I had to get the information and so.
Okay. And my second question is that what is that one thing that kept you motivated while facing such failures and setbacks in your life? That one thing that goes back in your mind, through your mind.
Well, I had a great guru in Ahmedabad, Dr. V.L. Mote, on whom I've written a book also. He motivated me that be the best in the world.
Okay.
Never be the second best. I wanted to be number 1 in the world. We have already become number 2 in the world today in our line of product. Soon we will become number 1 too.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Hi, sir. I am Ruchika and I am from first year. My question is for you, sir. You
Please
carried.
speak louder.
Am I audible now, sir? Hello?
No, you have to speak louder.
Sir, my question is for you is you carry the IM Ahmedabad pages from a different era of Indian business educations. Given how much the MBA landscape has changed now and how mainstream it's become among the youth today, how relevant do you think the MBA degree is still in today's market? And with so many people now holding one, what would you say actually makes someone stand out beyond just the degree itself?
Today there are so many
Should I
MBAs.
repeat, sir?
1 minute, huh?
So, what do you suggest someone to stand out instead of being one in the crowd?
But the only way you can stand out would be an innovator. When people come for recruitment, people get a salary of 20 lakh, 30 lakh, 40 lakhs. And some people get a salary of 1 crore plus. So I asked the recruiter, why did you pay him so much money? He said he's an innovator. He can develop new derivative in finance. So we have taken him and paid him that money. So whenever you want to stand out, you have to do something new, something different than others. And you have to work hard, innovate, new ideas.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir. My name is Priyanka Datta. I need to ask you a question that, sir, we have
Please speak louder. I'm not able to hear.
Good morning,
I'm
sir.
84 age-wise. I'm hard of hearing too.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. My name is Priyanka
Yes,
Datta.
now I can hear you.
And I need to ask you that we have heard that every successful and great leaders have a turning point to great success and growth. So what is that one decision you made that had the biggest impact on your successful career?
Well, I would say the failure and success, they go together, they never end. Even when we took a company in 2011 in Chile, we failed miserably. We lost 200 crore, the company became almost bankrupt and we were about to close. So it's a question of what is your mission in life? You will have success and failure. Be at it, don't give up. Don't give up.
Thank you so much.
If you want to make it #1 company in the world, you have to be at it. Don't give up.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for those enriching and thought-provoking reflections. We will now move to the felicitation ceremony. We now invite our director to felicitate our esteemed guests. I would like to invite our director to felicitate Mr. Shantanu Roy Singha. A huge round of applause for ma'am and sir.
मोटी तो थोड़ा बहुत फेंक देगा। Close कर दिएगा।
We will first felicitate Mr. Madan Mohanka, who is present with us online. A huge round of applause for sir.
Thank you very much, sir. We have really enjoyed your viewpoints and insights. Trust me, it is a lifetime lesson when I'm listening to you. Lot of lessons to us also as a faculty and director. Much, much appreciated and much gratitude to you, sir. Thank you so very much for your time, energy and effort. Pranam, sir. On behalf of MDI Murshidabad, we would like to offer our gratitude, sir. Thank you very much. You may log out, sir. Thank you, sir.
Let's move on to the felicitation ceremony. Firstly, we would like to invite Mr. Shantanu Roy Singh to come forward and also our director to kindly felicitate Mr. Shantanu Roy Singh. A huge round of applause for him. Thank you so much, sir, for coming here. Your presence meant a lot to us. Now we would like to invite Professor Subir Chaudhary Shubham to kindly come forward and let our director felicitate him. A huge round of applause for him. We now invite a student from the batch of 2025 to 2027, Mohit Singh Tangania, to propose the vote of thanks, followed by the national anthem. A huge round of applause for Mohit.
Good afternoon, everyone. As we conclude today's proceedings, I stand on behalf of the Senior PGDM Batch 2027 to deliver the formal vote of thanks for this momentous occasion. First and foremost, we express our profound gratitude to our respected director, Professor Dr. Jayanti Ranjan Ma'am, for her visionary leadership, constant guidance, and unwavering support in driving academic and institutional excellence at MDI Murshidabad. We place on record our deepest appreciation to our distinguished chief guest and guests of honor. Thank you for taking time out of your demanding professional schedules to grace our campus. The strategic insights, industry perspectives, and corporate experiences you shared today have provided our future managers with invaluable lessons for their upcoming professional journeys. We owe a significant debt of gratitude to our esteemed faculty members and administrative staff. Your academic rigor, mentorship, and constant operational support form the bedrock of our institution's success. A special and heartfelt thank you goes to the parents and guardians joining us today. Thank you for your unwavering trust in MDI Murshidabad and for standing as the foundational pillars of support behind the young professionals in this room as they step into this rigorous phase of management education. An event of this scale requires precise execution. We would like to specifically acknowledge the volunteers, the technical support desk. Your meticulous planning and flawless behind-the-scene management ensured today's program ran seamlessly. Finally, I warmly welcome the PGDM batch of 2026-28 and wish you all a wonderful and successful journey at MDI Murshidabad. Thank you, everyone. Jai Hind.
Now I request everyone to stand up for national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
That brings our morning session to a close. Everyone, please proceed to the reception for a group photograph. See you after lunch.
Juniors को बोल दे stay back के लिए. Juniors को stay back के लिए.
Huh? Okay. We have a tea break at girls' common room. Okay. Okay. Post which they should go for, we all should go for lunch.
Group photograph.
Okay.
Yes, sir. We request all juniors to stay back for 5 minutes, and everyone else can proceed for tea break, followed by a photograph at reception. Juniors, kindly stay back and be seated.